Greetings, Inquisitors. Welcome to Week 16 in the Rise of Obticeo. I started this account on January 1st, used the Hyperdrive bundle, and I'm updating the account's progress every week so you can follow along. We also go over the future plans, and today we're going to talk about the fleet plan, assuming that we're going to be able to rise quickly in this new Grand Arena system. With that in mind, let's get into it, see what we got done with the account this last week. Our target was to Relic Echo in Week 16. It's Week 16. We hit our target, and here we go with Relicing Echo now. That did require putting my hard farms on pause for a few days and finishing out the materials that I needed for his finisher. So it slowed things down a little bit, but if we want to stay on track for the relics, that's our top priority. So we do stay on track. We get him all the way up to Relic 5. And we're going to put these clones at Relic 5 for now. And the next target is actually going to be Sunfac. We're going to take a side step from the Trooper team and Relic the Sunfac to try to keep our fleet placement strong. We're going to put the last few skills on Echo here. And then we're going to take a look around the account. I was able to also get the Arc Trooper up to 7 stars now. Get a couple gear tiers on him, get him to gear 10. We have to get him to gear 12 by the time we finish up Sunfac here in a couple weeks. So we'll set him up to get all of the gear that he needs. Make sure that he gets the first priority. We have enough leftovers here to get Ahsoka to gear 11. She's a Jedi, she's a pilot. It's a character that we're definitely going to want to build in the account. So we put another gear tier there, make our Jedi just a little bit better for now. Looking around the rest of the account for other advancements. Looking at the troopers here to see if there's anybody that we can upgrade from the troopers. And it looks like Stark's in good shape for a couple gear tiers here. We'll get him up to gear 9. Not really that impressive, but again, remember folks, we're working on that clone team as the primary team, and then working on the rest of these teams with whatever's left over until they become the primary project that we're working on. So for the rest of the account, we're looking at the different teams. I have some credits in the bank. We really never finished this Mon Mothma team out to level 85. So with the extra credits I've got today, what I'm going to do is just get these characters all up to level 85, finish out their skills to a reasonable level. And that'll help with the Mon Mothma team. Again, it's not our primary team, but it is a good team with high synergy. And once we get into Bronzium, we're going to need 10 functional teams instead of 6. So we've got to get that team in the best shape it can to be one of our legitimate teams to fight in Bronzium. I guess we'll be fighting in Bronzium with 3v3, so still those characters will be good. We had the event over the last, over this last week, week 16. That did allow us to pick up a bunch of home 1 shards, so that's nice for us. We're able to take home 1 all the way to 7 stars. Taking a look at these skills now, trying to figure out what skills are really worth it. The extra 30% turn meter is really a big deal, and then here you get an extra 10% health and 10% protection recovery. So we commit to those 2 skills all the way to level 8. That uses up pretty much all the prestige that I have in the account for right now. Sunfac, we also got the 7th star onto Sunfac. So 16 weeks to get him fully functional at 7 stars. Took a little longer than we'd hoped, but not too bad. Not too bad. 4 months to get him squared away. So that puts us at week 16 with a galactic power of 1.71 million. We added on 50,000 from last week. We have the 6th relic in the account now. We have 8 Zetas, 1 Omicron of the Qui-Gon Jinn. Squad Arena, I've switched over to the Shaak Ti clones instead of Vader. We're getting top 100 with them, so that's fine. Get a little practice with that team in the Squad Arena. In the Fleet Arena, we've got the Home 1 Geos. We're getting top 5 with that. It'll be nice to get the Relic Sunfac in there. I think that'll help me get those better placements every day. And the project was to Relic Echo Week 16. I didn't update that, I guess. The new project is going to be to Relic Sunfac in week 19. So we're going to give ourselves another 3-week cycle on Sunfac. Not sure if I need it, but I'm going to expect 3 weeks on him, simply because I have so many of the materials to farm, like the injector handles and things like that. A lot of Kairos to farm. We also need Shakti to advance. We need Kairos for her, so I'm going to have to focus on the gear for the other characters as well as the relic materials, so we'll have another longer cycle. For next week, energy plan, we're cutting down the hard node farms. We're going to finish out a few characters on hard node days, but basically we're farming Hyena Bomber, Vulture Droid, and we're doing tons and tons of Cairo. In fleet, we're still working on Anakin's ship, Shakti, Gear 13. Also going to pick up Enfys Nest as a node that I want to farm, so we'll get busy with that. Cantina, working on signal data. We're also getting some of Moff Gideon. He'll be another Cantina character that we want to get to 7 stars. In mods, we're working on speed and defense. Same refresh plan as always, 3 on each. And then refreshes on Cantina. However many we can afford when it's Cantina Energy Day or any Energy Day for the objectives. Next week's shop plan, same thing we've been doing. I guess in Galactic War Store we can drop off the Sunfac ship. We got that finished, so we don't need that anymore. Then the next thing I have to start looking at for this account is the 4 fleets. And I assume that we're going to be able to work our way through Bronzium pretty quickly. I know that there's a lot of opportunity to play either players at our level who I'm pretty sure that we can outsmart with our tactics and strategy, or players that don't play. So I imagine we'll be able to work our way up through Bronzium pretty quickly with this account. So I'm planning already to work on 4 fleets. Now with the hyperdrive bundle, that did give us some extra fleets. The stuff that I chose to build at first gives me an advantage because I built 5s, I built Bigs, I built the Kylo Ren Unmasked Silencer. So those ships cover a broad range of different things, and it gives me an anchor for a bunch of different fleets. I will have to go after that Chimera, though. Again, with the hyperdrive bundle, the Chimera is not too big of a deal. We just worked on Biggs' ship, got that up and running. And we can get Chimera at 5 stars. I'm not sure how much I'm going to want to build the Chimera. Maybe I'll just leave it at 5 stars, but we'll see. But that'll give us the Executrix to run the Geos. The Endurance can run the Galactic Republic stuff. We've been farming the BTLB Y-Wing. The Anakin's ship is getting in good shape, and we're working on Anakin as a character. 5's ship is in good shape. We got Ahsoka, we got Plo. We've got Clone Sergeant from the hyperdrive bundle, so we've got the Galactic Republic to go with the Endurance. Home 1 can take over with Biggs, Wedge, the Rebel Y-Wing we worked on. We've got Ghost and Phantom. And we're unlocking Cassian's U-Wing anyway, so we can put together some kind of Rebel fleet out of that. And then with the Chimera, we'll put in things like the TIE, the Bomber, and the Kylo Ren Unmasked TIE Silencer at first. We won't have a whole lot of good reinforcements for that, but then what we'll do after that, as I start finishing up the farms on things like, Resistance Hero Finn and Piet, there's a bunch of those farms where those characters are at like 98 shards. So as I finish up those farms, I'll start rotating in these bounty hunter ships. We'll get the Houndstooth and Bosk going, the IG-2000, Xanadu Blood, and Slave 1, of course, will get out of the shops. But we can start putting together those bounty hunter ships, and then eventually the fleet under the Chimera will actually be a bounty hunter fleet. And then at some point, of course, we'll do the Executor journey, and that Chimera fleet will turn into the Executor fleet. And that's why I'm okay with leaving the Chimera at a little bit lower level and not putting too much resource into it. It'll kind of be a throwaway fleet. Hopefully we'll have ships that are good enough to do something with it, and then it'll get replaced later on. The bounty hunters and the bounty hunter ships will also get us the Han's Millennium Falcon for the Rebel fleet, and take that fleet to the next step as well. So it's a plan to get 4 decent fleets. Of course, once we get the Negotiator, it'll take over the Galactic Republic fleet from the Endurance. The Malevolence will take over the Geos from the Executrix. And then we'll have, I think within a reasonable amount of time, we'll have 4 really good fleets. I plan to do the gas journey as the first big journey. The Senator type of path that I'm following with this account. It's basically clones into gas instead of gas and then Relic the clones later, but it's basically that path. So after that, I'll have to make a decision whether I'm going straight for Executor right after gas, or if we're going to try to go for a Galactic Legend first and then, circle back for Executor. So there's some decisions to be made, but I may very well end up just going straight through gas to Executor and then starting my first Galactic Legend build after that. See how that works out. We'll see how it all comes together with the bounty hunters and their ships and all these fleets. And again, the idea is to, go pretty quickly through Bronzium and get to Chromium and be able to stabilize ourselves in Chromium. I imagine by the time we hit Chromium, the account will be around 2 million galactic power. So that's what I'm hoping for, is that we can hold Chromium around 2 million galactic power. That's the plan. That's the strategy. All right, that brings the account review to a close for today. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, you can do that to see more videos like this in the future. Hit that like button. It helps me. It helps the channel. And join us over on Discord. The link is in the description down below. We've got a great Discord community. You can hang out, ask questions, talk about stuff like this. There's an Ask Loquitur channel, so if you want to ask a question specifically from me, and then I check that channel and give you a response when I'm able to, so that's pretty fun. Come on over there, join us. I hope to see you be part of the community. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next Holocron.